I actually did not start RC, Fancy Step. Actually inherited him and got him around March of his 3-year-old year and had him ever since his show career since then. Just a great horse and been good to me. Probably one of the few horses that I've actually rode in my life, maybe the only horse that actually, he was as good as a 3-year-old, he actually got better as a 4, 5, and 6. Not very many, if any, horses do that.
With over $351,000 in lifetime earnings, RC Fancy Step has more than proven himself in the show pen and is now on his way to becoming a prominent sire in the performance horse industry. With an impeccable pedigree, outstanding conformation and looks, and a show record that puts him in a league with the top money earners of all time, RC Fancy Step would make an excellent choice for your mares this breeding season. RC Fancy Step was shown by NRHA's all-time leading rider, Sean Florida. Sean was extremely impressed with RC as a 2-year-old and eagerly took him into his training program as he saw something very special in the young stallion.
He's stunningly gorgeous. I mean, he's absolutely one of the prettiest animals you could ever look at. You know, in his athletic ability. I mean, even as a 2-year-old, I seen him. I didn't ride him as a 2-year-old, but I did see him. He could turn, he could stop. Things were easy for that horse. You know, and of course, being a horse trainer, those things intrigue me. Other things, really, really quiet. He's a real docile animal. I mean, he comes out, seems to be the same every day.
RC Fancy Step started off his career in 2007 by taking the Open Championship at the All-American Quarter Horse Congress Reigning Futurity and winning the second go-round at the NRHA Futurity before becoming an Open finalist. In 2008, he was the Wimpy's Little Step Derby Open champion and the National Reigning Breeders' Classic Open Reserve champion. In 2009, he once again finished #1 at the Wimpy's Little Step Derby, took third at the NRBC, marking a 2:30.5, and finished off the year as the Open champion at the NRHA Derby, marking an incredible 2:32.5. One of RC's trademarks is his incredible spins, and Sean says it can be a bit challenging just to stay on.
You start and you count 1 and then you go, whoa. he is super fast. There's times that I spun him. You know, we're supposed to go 4 spins. I mean, it literally feels like you go 1 and you say the word whoa. He is so quick. And he's one of them horses, I think there's never a top end. It feels like he just keeps gaining speed as he turns. Sometimes it's hard to stay on him. I showed him at the Derby the year he won it, and I said the word whoa, and the centrifugal force, when I said whoa, I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, he throws your body everywhere. I mean, he physically hurts me sometimes when he shuts off that hard.
RC was purchased by Buffalo Ranch in early 2009, and after his championship at the NRHA Derby, they decided it was time for his retirement from the show pen. But being a huge fan of the horse and knowing he could still win on him during his final aged event year, Sean talked him into letting him continue his show career.
Well, you know, he went and he was pretty successful, and I think they did think about, you know, stopping his show career and you know, not going on. And I thought, man, what a waste of a great animal. And luckily enough, I talked them guys into letting me show him, and they did. And shoot, I think he won everything I put him in. I mean, he was good. If he wasn't winning, he was reserve. You know, he was always there for me, and I love that horse.
That decision proved to be a wise one, as RC Fancy Step continued winning. For the 3rd year in a row, he won the Wimpy's Little Step Derby, along with taking the top spot at the Gordyville Breeders' Cup. He won the go-round at the NRBC and took 5th in the finals, took 4th at the NRHA Derby, and was the gold medal champion at the World Equestrian Games Trials. All in all, RC Fancy Step has racked up $351,458 in lifetime earnings. RC Fancy Step is truly a beautiful stallion. He's by NRHA Futurity champion Wimpy's Little Step, who as of March of 2011 has offspring earnings in excess of $2.5 million with only 4 foal crops to show. Wimpy's Little Step is the NRHA's youngest horse to reach the $2 million mark in offspring earnings, and he did it in less time than any stallion in history. RC Fancy Step's dam is Sanita Wilson, a daughter of the Doc Bar's son, Doc Wilson. Sanita Wilson was a solid performer and NCHA money earner, which has infused RC Fancy Step with the genetics that can take him and your next foal in any direction you want to go in the performance horse industry.
I think he'd be a great stud. I think he'd be a great sire. I think one thing that's going to make him separate from the other horses is his brain. I mean, this horse could have been great at anything. You know, he's a great reining horse, sure, but with his trainability of his brain, could have probably went and done anything. And I think the studs that I've been around previously in my career that are trainable like that, they have great show, you know, they have great show horses and great babies. You know, you take his dad, he had some great babies, and I think this here, it may even be better than his father, you know, that generation. This horse is probably, he's got more credentials than his dad did when he showed. And, you know, you want to see that keep getting better and better. And I think this horse has got a great opportunity to do that.
RC Fancy Step is owned by and stands at the beautiful Buffalo Ranch. Located only about 15 minutes from downtown Fort Worth, Texas, Buffalo Ranch is a beautiful facility that prides themselves in the very best care the industry has to offer. Whether you're sending your mare to be bred at the ranch or having him shipped cooled or frozen semen, Buffalo Ranch is equipped with a state-of-the-art breeding lab to help ensure your mare gets quickly and safely in foal. With earnings of over $351,000, proving RC as one of the top all-time performers in the industry, and his outstanding genetics, conformation, and mind, RC Fancy Step is destined to become one of the industry's next top sires. If you're interested in breeding a future champion, call Buffalo Ranch today to get more information on RC Fancy Step.
Sean Florida will be riding after this horse, Wheel Drag. Score for number 188 RC Fancy Step and Sean Florida, 2:32 1/2.